Right. Today we are going to start past simple tense and then be learning three times as past. Right. Now, in simple past tense, first of all, what must be the structure for it? It is very simple if we are concerned with positive sentence. So the structure is like this. First of all, subject. After subject, we are having verb, but second form of verb. And after verb, we have complement. Right? Now, complement means rest of the sentence that add meaning to a sentence. Negative. For negative sentences, we first of all we have subject, then plus did, like the second form of do. And we have not plus verb first form and complement. For interrogative, we have did plus subject plus verb first form plus compulse this complement. Now at here, why verb first form in negative and interrogative? Because of did. When we use second form of word did, that is second form of our do. So when we use did in the sentence within past time period, then the verb first form should be used, not second form. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, I'll give you example in the next slide. Now, what are the usages? It is very clear and it is very understandable tense and also easy. It is used to show an action. It is used to show an action or situation that took or didn't, you can say, take place at a particular time in the past. Now, further, adverbs of past time are used, like it represent very past time period, like very past activity, right? In long time ago. Now, for that kind of past activity, we use this tense. Now, it is also used to indicate a present time, our future, and will desire with if and wish. If we use that, that is also the conditional use of it. If we use if and where, like our wish, so it can also represent the present or future. So it means it can be used for present time and future as well. It shows a past habit or activity which does not exist or happen in the present, right? We can also talk about the past habit or activity which doesn't exist or happen in the present, right? So about that activity, about that performance, which might be not done or which might be not happening right the moment, but that was in the past, any habit in the past, not now. We can also talk about that in this tense, past simple tense. Now, here are some examples. Number one, they had, yes, they had a test. They had a test. It is a past simple. Now, sometimes students say, had in past perfect tense form of verb, like this word. Now, yes, it is. But had also means the second form of has, right? They had a has. It's also show possession. It also show like it has taken a part, taken a place, right? The activity is done. So for that moment, we can also use had, like they completed the activity. Now, they did not have a test. You see, did they have a test? Now, why not had? Because we use did. When we use did, the first form of verb, right? The previous sentence, negative and interrogative. Another example, if, now we there mentioned if, like how it represents future or present time. If the weather were not so hot, we could play outside. Yeah, yeah. Now this is, we could play outside, like it is discussion about future time period. Next, I wish that you passed the test. I wish I were not busy on Sunday. I visited Peshawar last year. She was, she was. This is also, you can say, a stative verb that show a state. She was in Kabul a month ago. Lian Su was in beginner level a month ago or 2 months ago. He used to be single. She didn't used to cook. These are some of the few the example where you can understand like how we can sentence, how we make sentences and past simple tense and for based on the function, right? And the usage. Next, we have, as I mentioned, Past continuous or progressive tense. Now, the structure is here in front of you. First of all, subject plus was verb plus verb ing plus complement. Negative, subject plus was verb plus not. Not is coming after was verb plus verb ing plus complement. For interrogative, was verb at the beginning, then plus subject for verb ing plus complement. Right? Okay. So this is the simple structure for this past continuous tense. Now, what are the usages? It is used to show an action that was in progress. In present simple, we studied that is in progress, but in past continuous, sorry, in present continuous. And now in past continuous, we are studying was in progress. Was in progress, past continuous, is in progress, present continuous. Right now happening, so present. In the past, it was happening, so past continuous. The stated point is the continuation point, not the starting point. Like the point about which we discussed, it has already taken place. In the past, it was in a continuous form, but in the past, not right now. It is used to indicate an action which was in progress, interrupted by another action. How? While plus past continuous tense plus simple past tense. When plus simple past tense plus past continuous tense, right? Now, within these two situations, if while comes or when comes, here the one part will be in past continuous tense, another will be in simple past tense. I either if that is when, so simple past tense, and then the next part we are having it within the past continuous tense, right? Okay. Now let's see the examples of it. Here are the examples. We were playing cricket at 3 p.m. We were, we were doing activity. That is right. Why? At 3 p.m. yesterday, right? If today, so we were, then we would say we have been playing, right? Like today, not uh, yesterday. For yesterday, for today activity, we use present perfect or present simple or present perfect continuous, right? Depends also on time and situation. She was watching the dishes last night, last day. Last night means last day at 10 p.m. They were cutting the crops last night at 10 p.m. They were cutting the crops last night at 10 p.m. While I was teaching, someone knocked the door. When someone knocked the door, I was teaching. Great. Okay. So this is how we can make sentences with while and when. With while and when, one part is in the present continuous, sorry, past continuous, another is in the past indefinite, past simple. One is in the past simple, another is in the past continuous. Okay. Now, um, yes, let's see to the next one. That is past perfect tense. First of all, what is the structure? Positive sentences for the positive one. We use subject plus had plus verb third form plus complement. Negative, we use subject plus had plus not plus verb third form plus complement. For interrogative, we use had, subject plus verb third form plus complement. Right, good example. Had, not no has, no have, but all pronouns he, she, they, I, we, you, for all of them, it. For all of them, we use had, only one. While in present perfect, we would have studied that there we use has for he, she, it or singular name, and have for plural or I, we, you, they, right? But here only had in past perfect tense. What are the usages? Some of the usage, let's see this. It is used to show two actions. It is used to show how many actions? Two actions happened in the past, but one action happened earlier and the other action happened later. Earlier first action, past perfect tense after when. Like you can match or mix with this after and when. Later second action, simple past tense before when by the time, right? So next part will be the in the past indefinite tense. Some adverbs of indefinite time can be used in past perfect tense. Some adverbs of indefinite time can be used like usually, sometimes, often, mostly can be used in past perfect tense. It also shows clear number of repetition. Past perfect tense shows clear number of repetition, not unclear. It is used to express a past and real desire with if or wish. We discussed earlier. With with before and after, simple past tense and past perfect tense give the same meaning. With before and after, both, this is very unique point. With before and after, both the tenses gives the both the tenses give the same meaning. Now, we have a structure for yeah, we have a structure for after, before, when, and by the time. So let's see if there is after word in a question, in a sentence or in a statement at the beginning. So next part will be in past perfect tense, and the third part will be in past simple past tense, like past indefinite tense. If after we use past simple tense, then it next part we will also use simple past tense, like both will be same after the word after. And before, if we use simple past tense, so next will be past perfect tense. Before, little different. If before we use simple past tense, the next will be also simple past tense. This is also possible, right? Okay. When can be used before past perfect tense? The next part of a sentence will be in simple past tense. When can be used in simple past tense plus past perfect tense. These are few structure. By the time we can use it with the simple past tense plus past perfect tense. Like where, how, when we can use these different structures in the moment, in the time period of after, before, or when, or by the time. Now, if he had studied hard, he could have passed the test. This is the if condition, right? The condition is shown so far, are discussed. If he had studied hard, past perfect. If he had studied hard, past perfect. He could have passed. He could have passed the test. Now this is past perfect. I wish they had won the final, past perfect. I had met him before you introduced us. This is past perfect. We had gotten had and third form, so it made it past perfect. I did not have any money because I had left my wallet at home. Now had and left, it means again past perfect tense, right? Because third form of verb along with the word had, it represents past perfect tense. I did not have any money because I had left my wallet at home. I washed the floor when the painter had gone. I washed the floor when the painter had gone. Okay. So these were the few examples. Can we if can we, when until, right? Like so this was also important in that sense. Okay. In past we have the last part, last and past perfect continuous are progressive tense. At here, in positive sentences, the structure is like this: subject plus had, not has, have, or should be, right? Had plus been, as in the past, present, perfect continuous tense, which we studied, that within the continuous tenses, like the perfect continuous tenses, for any of the kind, we use had been. We use had been. Okay. Now, for negative sentences, we use like this: subject plus had not plus been verb ing plus complement. For interrogative, had at the beginning. Next is subject plus been plus verb ing plus complement, right? Okay. Now coming towards its usage. It is used to emphasize. It is used to what? To emphasize means to force, to insist the duration of an action which was or was not in progress before another action or time in the past. Like it is used for that time or that activity which was happening in the past, but what happened, which was and was not in the progress before another action, but when suddenly another action was happened, the previous activity was stopped. Earlier action past perfect continuous tense, later action simple past tense, right? Earlier action means right now if an action is done, so we say that in past perfect continuous tense. And if we talk about uh, later action, so for later action we say this, you can see simple past tense, right? It is used to give explanation for those actions which were in the progress very recent to another action or time in the past, right? So it is again another clarified example definition statement. right? Okay, let's go through the some of the example. Those are very easy. I had, first of all, I had been teaching for 45 minutes. By the time he came to class, I had been, but he came to the class. Now this had been is been plus point, right? I had been teaching, and means like more insisting. And it is past perfect tense, and this one is past simple tense. So by the time I had made collected these two points. Okay, next example. Ali got to office at 10 a.m. We got to the office at 8 a.m. Ali got to his office after we had been waiting for him since 8 a.m. Right? Okay, Ali's eyes were red. He had been crying. Her hair was wet. She had been taking a shower. She was breathless. She had been running fast. The child was dirty from head to feet. He had been playing in the mud. His ideas are not very informative. He he had been working under under law department, right? Now we can also make such examples, right? Try to make your fruitful example. Try to make of these tenses, like today for past tense, for each kind make different and various and a lot of examples. It will improve the level of understanding, and it will improve your speaking, writing as well, right? This such activity practical work. Do not write from internet, copy paste, etc. You can understand, you can go through the same information in this book which I am taking lecture for you, right? So you can use and but the most important thing is to make assignment, right? Make complete your homework and I will do check for like today you are supposed to make sentences of each of the kind, 10 each, 10 each, right?
Yes.
Did you understand something? Little, little?
Yes.
Hmm? It was
Yes.
difficult?
Mm, little.
Yes, it is not difficult. It is easy. You are requested to revise it. I sent last day lecture. Did you watch it again?
Yes.
Good, good. So I will send this one as well, and you are supposed to watch it again. Okay, and understand and make 10 sentences of past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And if then you have any query, you can ask. Take care until that. Goodbye, Baba. See you.
See you soon.